Hello guys and welcome back to another episode here on the Wolven Galaxy SMP server. One thing I have got to say is I'm really sorry that there was no episode for Sunday just recently gone. I have not been feeling at all well for the last couple of weeks, and yeah, things happen unfortunately. When things happen like that, you just can't do any recording, so yeah, this is what's going to happen. I'm going to try and get this video out as quickly as I possibly can do, because the day this releases, I'm not actually meant to be here where I'm in the studio recording and stuff. I'm elsewhere. I'm doing other things. We're in the process of beaching out this whole section and going around the whole of the island. Now, I got up until about here. Mountain Tiger also went a little bit ham and did his little section, which, in all honesty, I'm kind of glad, because it means that I don't have to do his area, but I still need to do the rest of the area. So let's cut into that first time lapse and then swiftly swoop on and see if you even notice the difference when we go on to the rest of the island. Let's go! For all those Super Mario fans, I am really sorry. Anyway, let's get into it. So, things have been updated on the server. Now, this whole section has been a little bit busy recently. We've been quite, dramatically changing stuff, and I've been adding all the sea pickles around the island, which I'll tell you what has really helped with the design of this base and this whole area. But, being that today is Wednesday the 1st of December 2021, would you believe it? Minecraft 1.18 is out, and guess what? We're in Minecraft 1.18, and some of you are thinking, hang on a minute, that looks like an Optifine zoom. It is not an Optifine zoom, and I'm not using Optifine, I'm still using Iris. There is no way that I can configure the shader pack at the moment, so they're just default shaders, but in all honesty, I'm so used to these shaders, I cannot record without them, which is a good thing. We have now fully upgraded to Minecraft 1.18, which means we now have the new terrain generation down at our mining levels, which I haven't even seen down below. I've been holding off until I was able to record. So I was going to do some stuff. Mountain Tiger's mega base items. Okay, he's got his mega base stuff, so he's there. But I was going to do some stuff in adding like the last bit of coral reefs around here. But I've decided I'm going to actually change up the plans for today's video. Because this is 1.18, we're bang on the 1.18 release, and we finally managed to update this server. Bear in mind, this server took 4 hours and a half to physically update. That was 4 hours and a half of pain, sweat and tears to update the thing. But the good news is, it's all been done perfectly. So now all we need to do is quite simply just, go mining. There is one thing I desperately need before I go down here. That is torches, because Y level 0, which is what that is, can spawn in items, can spawn in mobs and creepers and zombies and everything else. And I know for a fact I was not underneath the island there, because the island is further back this way. Actually, I might change this. I might go back this way, so that way I'm not having to worry too much about all the stuff. Okay, ignore the rain. Right. The last clip you would have seen is me going to look for some copper. Now, that was brilliant. I managed to find 8 pieces of copper. I was not very impressed, but I have a feeling the new area that we've got has got tons of copper. We're in a dripstone biome, so we should be absolutely fine. What we're going to be doing next is I'm going to do this in a very quick first-person time-lapse type thing, where I build a big massive pillar of all the ores that I got, put it all the way up to the sky, and then all the way back down again, and let's see how many resources I got from my mining session that I did live at twitch.tv/Manimission247. The grand total that I managed to grab is 26 diamonds. But I still managed to get 50 copper. I love the fact that copper has recently increased on the prices and everything else. I also managed to get a couple of items as well. They're all going to make lovely stuff for the build that I've got coming, which you're going to see in a couple of seconds here on YouTube. Because Twitch, you're going to have to watch the video to find out what's happening. If I pop into my hinge chest, these are the items that I currently have. As you can see, I need a lot more copper. But what I also have to do is slowly but surely move all of these items and everything from this base over to the new base. And I also need to create some sort of farm like this over there, so that way I have some villager trades and everything else. I haven't actually seen a villager or a village in the new area, so whether I move my villagers that are here or whether I move one, I don't actually know what I'm going to do just yet. What I have done though is, if I was to go up a little bit higher for a second, let me go and go on top of Dark Witchcraft's roof. I love this roof, it's easy to pop up. So over there will be where Ippy's going to be based. We then move over to the right and we then look at this. That one over there is going to be my base just over there. And then we have Full Damage Queen's base, which is going to be over there. And moving even more, we've got the Monkey Programmer's base over here. And over here we have Mountain Tiger 144's base. And then in the complete polar opposite to where we've done all of our bases, we have Guru sitting all the way over there. But by the looks of things, he has some sort of big massive mega project that he doesn't want to share out too much. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to 118. If you are, give that like button a big thumbs up, because Wolven Galaxy 1.18 is a definite go. So let's pop over to the new base area, which happens to be 5,847 blocks away from my normal spawn. To get to my new base, I've got to go from the spawn portal, which is just back there, and I've basically got to go into my netherite mines. Now, there is probably a way across the overworld, but there's no safe way yet without an elytra, and I don't have an elytra at the moment. So because I don't, let's follow down here, and I'm going to follow my torches take me to my base, which is just a couple of blocks, 700 odd blocks from where I originally started, just to get to the base. And once you get to this section here, you can now see that I've now got my portal all set up, and we are now in my new base area with a mountain literally just off to the right hand side, or to the left hand side depending on how you look at it. And we have like this lava lake here. I'm not entirely sure whether that's going to stay or anything else, but the main section is this section here. Now I'm going to pop into spectator mode, because we have allowed that for our content creators to do, especially as there is no free cam at the moment because the mod still hasn't been installed. So just up here is our mountain biome that I've currently got here. This is not really much of a mountain biome. It doesn't go up too high. We're only sitting about 170 blocks so above, but in honesty, I'm not too bad on that one. But what I do have is this section right here. So what we've got is going down here, we have this whole section, 2 type of cave type areas from left to right, and we've got a load of stuff here to be basically removed. My ideas are that I want to remove all of these trees because they're all in the way. It doesn't match the base that I'm going for. And then I want to then remove a bit of the layers, and I want to bring it down to about this layer here or something down here. So I've got a lot of terraforming, taking this all down because of the area that I've currently got set up. And this will mean that I'm able to remove the certain chunks and build in something that I've done, which I'm going to show you in my creative world. This is the first time I've ever uploaded my world here, which is my creative flat world, and hopefully it's just going to update normally. There shouldn't be too much that it needs to do, but this here is what I'm planning on creating. Now this is why I need so much raw copper and so much copper, because this is a build that I'm going to be creating across the whole peninsula. That's across the whole area of the two mountains. And between this is going to be, I would say it's going to be even wider than this. We're probably going to go about to here. So this is going to be a really wide wall that I'm going to go for. And the idea is, this whole build comes from a film that I've watched multiple times, and that is Mortal Engines. Now, imagine there's tons of engines down here and everything else. That's what I'm going to be doing right here by copying this world here that we've got into the main world. And this is actually the Shangwo wall, if I remember rightly, from the film. And I tell you what, I quite love what I've got here. And I'm going to pop up some screenshots from the film that I'm using for inspiration. So hopefully you guys can see where I'm coming from. This is only the top half of the wall compared to the double, triple size wall that is going to be there. But this is just so I can see what it looks like from the top, and that way I can have a little test. But I tell you what, I love this design so much. And popping onto a creative version of the world, this was before we did the update, so I had a copy to see where the world is going to be. And you can see the differences. There's really not much differences between what we've got now and what we haven't got. And you can see this is the type of wall design, the wall area that I'm going to be going for. And I quite like what this is going to look like. If you imagine this is all the way down to, I have a feeling I set some blocks down here. We're going to be bringing it down to this level here. That's going to be one very impressive wall, which I'm hoping will mean that the Mortal Engines that we build somewhere around here will have like the dirt path going up here as well from the engines that have tried to attack it in the past, with some old things around here. And then on the other side of the wall, we're going to have, if you looked at the inside of the wall on the screenshots, you will also notice that they had like a city built on the other side. And that's what I'm going to be doing for this section here. Now, you may notice that I've got all my stuff. That's because this was a Creative World backup, and this is what I had at the times. And of course, the inventory is exactly the same as what it was back then. And that is basically what I've got planned for this season. There's a lot of work to do, a lot of copper to mine, and a lot of, well, resources to gather. So over the next couple of streams, we'll be gathering a lot of copper, as you've just seen by the designs, and a lot of other resources, and as well as that, tearing out this biome of all the trees here and place them into chests. Not only that, I've also got to bring over all of my stuff, which I'm planning to do after the end raid, because shulker boxes are a thing that I'm going to need. Okay, let's go back to the main spawn island. And we are back at the main spawn island a couple of days later. Now, I have to apologise once again, I missed an upload day. That is because I've been really busy getting 1.18 perfect and ready for this whole server. Now, there is a massive change to the world recently, because we had a bit of a chunk error when I went to go and delete the chunks. Using MCA selector, when we tried to remove the chunks around the spawn island, they kind of, well, they didn't go as planned. They actually corrupted the world multiple times, which is why it took us so long on the upgrade day to upgrade. Now, I've been hard at work trying to find a way that I can fix this, and the good news is, it is fixed. Everywhere around this main spawn island is now a complete ice spikes. This is what this was. This was an ice spikes area, but I've removed the chunks around this area, and now we're seeing all of this lovely terrain right round here, which I'll tell you what, I am one very happy person, because this took too long. I think overall, there was about 8 hours worth of downtime to fully upgrade, but we are now fully ready, which means I can now concentrate getting these videos back out. I want to quickly give a quick little shout out to some mods that I'm now using. So if I go into my mod menu, just here I have got continuity. Now this is for 1.17. I've done a little bit of a manual update, so this now works in 1.18, which allows for glass to basically have connected textures in 1.18. Indium also helps that because it allows to connect to the Fabric API for the Fabric rendering engine. Iris as well, and we've also got the normal OK Zoomer, which basically allows you to zoom in normal Minecraft, which is why you get that little visual type of zoom, and also the cinematic feel as well, which I absolutely love. It makes this whole thing look a lot better than what it should have been. So I'm really happy with these mods that we've got. And also we've got Replay mod, and we've also got Sodium and everything else. And everything looks like they are fully working for 1.18. And I am so proud that we've done so much work very quickly. Thank you very much for everyone on the server for joining. If you have enjoyed today's video, then please do click that like button, click that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next episode on Sunday. Till then, bye bye.